Yeah.
She's here to share a little bit of her journey of working with Kate. So thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah. So I hope everybody had a good lunch. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So,
Go.
So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah Rodewald. I work at Gibson Sotheby's, and I've been a realtor for about 6 years now. I started working with Kate approximately 2 years ago in like September. And so when I first started doing real estate, I wasn't really sure if that was like the right path for me. I was working in sales, and before that I had gone to school in Boston I was studying opera and singing, so I was in totally different field. But then I realized I went to school and I got a master's in opera, so then I was like, all right, so now what? What do I do with myself? But I was doing pretty well. I was making connections and things like that, but I really felt like I needed help getting to the next level. So I reached out on Boston Businesswomen. I know we've talked about that a little bit. And I just said, I need help getting to the next level. And the first person that reached out was Kate. And so we set up a time to talk. And during that time, my mom had been going through cancer treatment and things like that. And we were scheduled for a time the next week. And my mom ended up going in the hospital that Friday, and that Monday, and I had flown down to be with her because it's not a good time. And I totally forgot about our conversation that we had scheduled. And I was in the waiting room, and I got a call, and I answered it, and it was Kate. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna be completely honest. This is where I'm at, and I don't know if this is a good time. Maybe I shouldn't, be talking about this or whatever. And she was like, well, actually, I might be able to help you. I just went through something similar. My father had passed away, and I could probably help you get grounded and really keep your business going or do whatever you decide to do while this is going on. And I just was like, all right, so let's talk about it. And I kind of knew right away when we talked it was the right thing. She explained, what we were going to do and start coaching together and all that stuff. And I just didn't want to be impulsive, which is kind of my thing sometimes. So I just said, can I just think about it tonight, and then we can talk tomorrow. And really, honestly, I didn't even think about it. I kind of knew it was the right thing to do. I had other things to deal with. But we pretty much started, made a plan the next day, and we were going to talk, get going right away. And since that time, even though I was building my business and things were going well, I just needed a lot of help with like confidence and money, just getting my money plan together and all kinds of stuff. And obviously it was a difficult time, and like a week later my mom did end up passing away, and so she really did help guide me through that whole process of keeping myself grounded. And I did take some time, but really that year, the next year, I actually ended up hitting my goal of 100,000, and then moving on and keeping that going into the next year. And that was with months of dealing with family stuff, So it, to say the least, it's in a long way. I don't want to look at her, but Kate's been very helpful, So in achieving my goals, and this year I have this new project that I'm doing, and there's 46 new units, so probably around like 100 to 200,000 in profits, and that's just like one project over this year. So that's what working with Kate and these ladies has done for me.